Omotola Ekende, known to her fans as Omo Sexy. Welcome to Focus on Africa. It's really terrific to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
You know, every celebrity we've had in this studio tells us that they didn't plan their career this way. They thought about a career in law. Their parents wanted them to become, you know, doctors. And you studied estate management. Other times you wake up in, you know, a big bed in a, you know, famous hotel and say to yourself, it's a good thing I took this path.
Yes. Yes. For all the opportunities that come, and some of them you don't have to pay for, you know. You would have to do that if you were doing what you studied or what you wanted to pursue. So, yeah.
Have you ever been surprised by the reaction of people? I mean, when I mentioned that you were coming to our studio, Twitter went wild. Are you surprised by the reaction of people outside of Nigeria? I mean, the film industry has become such a phenomenon that people in Kenya and in Tanzania feel that you're one of their own.
No, I'm not surprised. I have traveled far and wide. I've met a lot of my fans in other countries, even in the West, you know, in the Western countries. So I'm not surprised. I was surprised, say, 2005, but this is 2013. I have gotten used to that.
Has it been a struggle? Because people look at the glamour and think, you know, oh,
it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Oh, no, it's not easy. It's not been a struggle, at least not for me. But it's not easy either.
Well, what's difficult?
Especially scheduling, you know, juggling. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own company, and I'm an artist, you know.
How do you find work-life balance? How do you manage to be a good mom and a good wife when everybody thinks they own a piece of you?
I would. I hope he's watching. Kudos to my husband, Captain Matthew Ekende. You know, he's the best spouse in the world. I think he's my pillar of support. I think if you have a very good partner, you know, who helps you, who supports you, and who understands what you do, life is half as good already, because then they can help you hold forth when you are not around. So that's what I have in him, you know, very good support. And so he understands the nature of my job. He's a pilot himself. He travels a lot. And so he knows that I always have to be, you know.
But are you grounded, Omotola? You're a big star. You have, you know, your power couple. Are you grounded? I mean, are you a star at home as well?
No way. Absolutely grounded. I don't even wear makeup at home. I don't. When you see me at home. But you know how to pound fufu? I know, no, not fufu. I know how to pound pounded yam.
If you get home and your mom says, Omotola would turn the pound, can you do it?
I do. I pound pounded yam. I do, with the mortar, with the old, you know, the mortar, the old-fashioned way. I'm an Ondo chick.
Yes.
My husband is from Edo State. We both like pounded yam.
One last question. 300 movies and counting, check. Time Magazine, top 100, check. What's next? What's the next big thing?
The world.
The world.
Conquering the world, I think. Superhero-y.
All right. Well, you know, we're just about to wrap up. I wish I could pitch you. I have a movie idea. Quick one?
Okay.
Attack of the Killer Eba, like Eba from space.
Okay.
Attacks the planet, and you and I save it. No?
Oh, we don't get to kiss, do we?
And on that note,
thank you
so much for being with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And on that note.
They're very supportive. I really, really thank my parents, you know, and my family. They show me a lot of love, and they're always there for me when I need them.
Does your dad call you Ayo or Wiz?
Right now, he calls me Whiskey sometimes.
Your dad calls you Whiskey.
When I get into the house, he just goes, yo, Wizzy. Yeah.
You're now working with one of the biggest names in the world, Akon, on the Convict label. What kind of person is he to work with?
Well, Akon is a great person. You know, like from the first time we met, he was really, really nice to me. Like, he heard my music. He actually jumped on my track before we met.
Oh, really?
So, like, he heard Don Do on radio, and he just like, yo, I like this track. And he just did a verse on it, and he sent it over before we started talking business, you know. Like, he's a great person, he's a great guy. He's done a lot for me, so big shout out to Akon.
There was a time when African music was pretty much limited to the continent. Nigerians made music for Nigerians, Ghanaians for Ghanaians, Kenyans for Kenyans. Now there's a lot of, you know, collaborations, and the music has gone global. What are your thoughts about that?
I'm happy to be a part of it at the same time, you know, because, you know, as you said, there was a time when, you know, we didn't used to get airplays out here in the UK or in the US, you know, we didn't even get loads of recognition. Like, nobody actually cared. But you know, right now it's really, really moving, and I'm happy, so happy to be a part of it.
Let's talk about some of the criticism, and one that I've heard is criticism of not just Nigerian but many African musicians of your generation. You're talking about cars, and money, and girls. You're not talking about the challenges facing the continent. I mean, where's the Fela Kuti of your generation?
Occupy Nigeria, when they had a little problem going on, you know, I was fully supportive of that, you know, so I'm always ready to push stuff, but at the same time, you know, I still want to have fun. So, you know, you just kind of you have to be realistic with it. It's like telling them to come, like, if you want young people to listen to you, you have to use what they like to attract them to listen to you.
Okay, so that's why young people don't listen to me, because I'm an old man.
But through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit. Remember that.
The words say there are going to be some stuff that you will see, and they will make it difficult for you to smile in the future. But whatever you see, through all the rain and pain, you have to keep a sense of humor. You have to be able to smile through all of life's trials. Remember that. Just keep your head up. Why shed tears? Save your sympathy. My childhood years were spent dreaming my dreams.
By two Kenyan Maasai warriors who watched the BBC, they've decided to give me a traditional name. How did you pick a name for me?
We picked the name because we name people according to the personalities, and we name them according to mountain, rivers, animals.
So what have you chosen for me?
We chose the name for you, Tobiko, which means a mountain.
Because I
live along the land.
And I'm a mountain of a man.
I think you're a mountain of a man.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the process requires a bit of a ceremony, which I won't show to you. It's top secret.
Here's a message to the newborns and all the young ones. If you believe you can achieve, just look at me. Against all odds, though life is hard, we carry on, living our life through all its imperfections. To all my people, protect your essence. Born with less, but you're still precious. Just smile for me now.
Just smile for me now.
And on Tuesday, full coverage from the palace to the church to the streets of Amsterdam. Well, folks, that is all from the program. From me, Dumor, from Peter, and the Heat, the rest of the team.
Just smile for me now.